OSRS will become the biggest MMO, and here's why.
Old school RuneScape is on track to becoming the biggest MMO in the world. And
okay, hold on a second here. What is this? There we go.
Old school RuneScape is on track to becoming the biggest MMO in the world, and that is not an exaggeration. People know World of Warcraft for being the king of all MMOs,
here we go.
but they hide their player count. So while we can't get an exact number of players on either game, we can tell by player sentiment and viewership numbers on streams and videos that WoW is on the decline and old school RuneScape is on the rise.
I will say it is a bit of a, I mean, a lot of people like to go to the metric that like, oh well, if a lot of people are streaming it or if there's a lot of videos doing really well, the game must be thriving. But it doesn't necessarily equate to actual numbers, right? Because there's a lot of people that don't consume content and don't like watch videos, that don't consume streams, but still play the game casually, right? And especially World of Warcraft has a ton of those people as well. So it's a little bit of a, it's not something you can fully, you know, base it off of, right? That's pretty much it. It would be kind of interesting to see World of Warcraft's numbers though, but WoW is still a freaking powerhouse. I feel like there's a little bit of a better comparison if you do want to compare WoW and RuneScape, is to compare old school RuneScape to classic, right? Because that's more so of like on the same ballpark of style of game, right? Even Mob has 200k. Yeah, Mob is still quite successful in many ways. Obviously, I'm freaking loving RuneScape, but I'm just saying, you know.
So what's the catch? Why is old school RuneScape becoming so popular? Well, it's a mixture of a couple of things. Old school RuneScape is consistently doing the right thing by their player base and trying to create a great experience for their players.
For years.
And other MMOs are constantly doing the wrong things. Let's start with Mod North, Jagex's new CEO. CEOs will say anything to make everybody happy, but it's very rare that you'll hear a CEO say this.
How confident are you can maintain the revenue that you need whilst also making the changes to support players? This feels like a very difficult objective you've set yourself.
It is hard. It is. We probably won't maintain the revenue that we currently are when we make these changes. That's the truth. But equally, if we're taking a 10, a 15, a 25-year view, you know, some short-term pain is probably worth the restoration of the game if we can get to that point.
I think he's probably talking about RuneScape 3 in this regard, right? I would assume so.
And that's the experiment that we're running, and that's the bet that we're hoping to take.
I'm sure you can tell by looking at me and the fact that I play RuneScape 17 hours a day as my main source of income. I'm not willing to take a small financial hit to guarantee my health in the future. But CEOs never tell the shareholders.
He wants RuneScape 3 to be revived. Yeah, and it's RuneScape 3 and old school RuneScape is two very, very different things, right?
Or anybody that they're going to make less money. Short-term investments is how the world works, and you can tell by the fact that Jagex has been sold 3 times in the past 6 years.
Wait, actually? Damn.
That's what happens. New company comes in, tries to make a little bit of money, and tries to sell the company for a profit. But you can tell by this that Mod North plans on the long game. I was very critical of Mod North when he first started at Jagex because of his work history and the fact that the previous 3 CEOs have all said the same thing and then dipped. But I think this one feels different. Mod North also knows what to target: microtransactions. OSRS is plagued with them, and over the last couple of weeks, they've experimented with taking out different microtransactions to see how the player base reacts. Overall, Mod North is doing things that Jagex have never done before, looking at different business models, not only to appease shareholders, but to really play to the consumer, as, of course, we are the bottom line. Right, now...
we pay, we say, boys. We pay, we say. But yeah, I do, man... Obviously, you guys probably know a lot more than me, like how riddled it is with like microtransactions. But if it gets to the point where like it's so overflowing and it's like basically pay to win, then it's really bad.
Enough of the business side of things. Obviously, that's very interesting to me. A very smart businessman. But let's get into some other things that make old school RuneScape so good. How does the game itself project its longevity? Old school RuneScape has something that other MMOs lack: horizontal progression. And you might be wondering to yourself, Jake, What's horizontal progression? I have no idea. I had someone write this script for me. So let's learn about it together as I read through it. There's a fantastic video by Mad Season Show that perfectly describes OSRS's progression system. Once you have an item, you have that item forever, and different items are used for different reasons. Not every...
It's freaking... It feels so weird playing an MMO where, like, I know all the shit, like, this last, because I'm so used to WoW where, like, oh, I got this cool gear from Blackburn Lair. Well, AQ40 will be out soon, and then I need to farm something else, right? Now I know, like, okay, I got my Basilisk Jaw 12 kill count. And now I have that helmet forever. You know, and that feels really good. That feels just freaking awesome. And dude, I find myself, dude, I wake up in the morning and I sit in my little room with my Warhammer and I'm like mining on the side while painting because I know like, oh, I might as well just progress my mining because like I'm gonna have this forever as well, you know?
Weapon upgrade is a weapon upgrade across the board for all different monsters, and the exact same with armor. Not all armor is the perfect armor for all occasions. Most importantly, old school RuneScape doesn't reset your progress.
It's so good.
Log in after being away for 6 months, you are no further or closer to completing your goal than you were 6 months prior.
Are they mining some boss here? What the fuck is this? So like Guild Wars 2, I don't really know how Guild Wars 2 functions because I never really played Guild Wars 2 outside. Like, I played like 10 hours of Guild Wars 2 maybe. That's pretty much it, dude, right? But training cooking while training cooking for IRL for ultimate immersion, bro, I did not expect to be this, like, I think it's just because like RuneScape respects your time so nicely compared to a lot of other MMOs.
The progress is consistent. There's no FOMO. Now, what is FOMO? I don't need a script to tell me.
Hell no. You don't think it respects your time? Like, if I farm something and I get an item, I have the item. I don't have to like go in and like now it's gonna be obsolete soon. Like it lasts. Maybe I worded it like differently from what I meant. It rewards your time, but demands a lot of it. Oh yeah, I mean, it demands a lot of freaking time, of course. But I feel like whatever I'm farming in the game, like lasts, and it's something like, oh, now I know I'm done with this.
What this one is, it's the fear of missing out. Like when
it respects the investment. Yeah, maybe that's a better way of saying it.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning and your best friend calls you up and says, hey, Jake, do you want to come down to this dirty, dingy basement club and do a whole bunch of speed and cocaine and then go to the strippers and I'm at home in bed and I go, well, I don't want to miss out on that. So I go. That's the fear of missing out. And it's the worst thing to happen to games.
Honestly, though, I will say, as much as people say that like RuneScape has no FOMO, man, whenever I listen to some of these, like, dude, all the WoW Andies they have like some freaking internal race with each other. They're all like on like some freaking like self-built FOMO thing at the moment. I am kind of just chilling. I'm playing the game, I'm vibing, man. But holy shit, man, when I hear some of them talk about like the game, man, they are really. Like, they are playing so much because they're all trying to get ahead of each other, right? Because, I mean, that's the content game, though, let's be honest. I think that's more like a streamer problem than like a RuneScape problem because everybody that streams this is trying to do the things first so they can get to be the first streamer to do it, right? And I see it because if you're, oh my god, he's the first person to do Inferno. Holy what is Siri talking to me? Like, oh my god, he's the first person to do Inferno. Oh my god, everybody tune in, right? It's a streamer problem. It really is. You know, I'm just, personally for me, I don't really feel any FOMO because I just think it's a great freaking game. I'm just having fun playing it, honestly. And I'm glad to be playing it for the first time, right? Sardaco is miles ahead now. I mean, that's what I mean with, oh, he's miles ahead. Oh no, wait, this guy's further, right? But it's fun to compare yourself to the other people and like, seeing what they get and the drops and stuff, but you kind of let the FOMO take over, right?
Thankfully, old school RuneScape has almost none of it. FOMO is things like dailies or temporary rewards.
Okay, RuneScape has hella fucking dailies though, okay? Like, don't say that it doesn't.
Dailies in old school RuneScape go as far as birdhouse runs, farm runs, or if you're really broke, buying battle stars from Zaf.
Okay, he's undermining it. Okay, there is a lot of dailies, but you don't have to do them. I know, you don't have to do them. But that's where if you let efficiency-scape take you over, then it becomes an issue, right? Because then like, oh, I gotta do my birdhouse every 55 minutes.
If you don't do those things, you can easily make up for lost time.
True.
They're not going anywhere. Whereas FOMO in RuneScape 3, well, just look at this list.
I don't know what this is. Is this quests? Oh, this is dailies. Okay.
FOMO,
I see, it's dailies.
Permeates in other games as well. Okay. Games that have seasons, or games where you start late into the game and you ask, is it even worth playing at this point? People are already so far ahead. Imagine
a question I got so many times streaming World of Warcraft is, Guzu, is it too late to start? Should I wait for the next patch? Should I wait for the next expansion? Is it too late? Even when I played hardcore WoW, which essentially is not really like it's a very different game. People were still like, is it too late to start hardcore? And I'm like, no, but like, I guess if you want to wait for the next patch, you could.
A RuneScape League came out.
I'm pretty sure most of that was a meme though. Not real. No, they were not. Obviously, some people were memeing, but there is genuinely a lot of people that feel like they're falling behind in WoW in general a lot. And maybe in RuneScape 3 as well. I mean, that's just how it is.
You started 1 month in after everybody has already done everything and you're the only person kind of that is doing the early game. Nobody wants to do that, but that is a choice that so many people that play WoW have to deal with. Another massive reason that old school RuneScape is about to grow even further than it already is the new skill that's coming out.
This will be pretty interesting. I'm quite excited for this. Will you do Gridmaster? I might check it out, but I'm not sure how like super invested into it I'll be.
I know many people in the community are on either side of the fence with this skill. Who knows whether there's a lot of people that like it, a lot of people that don't like it. I know going on Twitter, everyone seems to absolutely hate it, but
I think it's fucking cool. I don't understand the hate with it. I don't know why people are so against it. I feel like, if anything, even if you don't like the sailing skill, I feel like the amount of things that the sailing will like introduce is cool, right? Like, we're gonna get new freaking Slayer monsters, new bosses. Like, that's really awesome. I think it's cool. It's probably like a vocal minority, yeah.
I know a lot of people are excited for it as well. But you can't deny, whichever side of the fence you sit on, that a new skill coming to old school RuneScape for the first time will be a big deal. Yeah. Gonna be a huge deal. The marketing, the content creation, solo mission, getting that rank 1 thumbnail 13 minutes after the release of the skill. Everything's gonna be churning at 100 miles an hour, and the player number is sure to go up. I know there's probably 100 people that are gonna quit the game forever because they lose their max cape and they're gonna cry about it on a Reddit post, but 100...
They will not quit, dude. They're gonna cry about it and then level sailing anyway. That, dude, because they can't fucking quit, okay? Because they're freaking addicted.
100 people gone, 1,000 people start playing. Come on. Now that's a trade-off the shareholders can get around. Off the back of sailing will come Raids 4, just a year later as well. They spoke about at RuneFest, how it's been too long since a new raid come out, so we can expect one in 2026. Having sailing into a new raid is a ton of new content with lots of other content in between, including a huge cap on the Vampire questline. The end of 2020.
I'm so excited for that, by the way. Oh, man, I'm excited for that.
25 is going to be crazy, and 2026 is slated to be great. Now, I mentioned RuneFest, didn't I? And RuneFest is back, which might not be a huge reason as to why the game is exploding, but it does mean that the game is in a healthy state.
I think I'm going to go to RuneFest.
If Jagex is able to put on events like this, it means that they are doing
I think it'd be fun.
Well. Last point about the game itself. Old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3 are Jagex's babies. They obviously have other small projects that they're working on, but these MMOs will always have the most resources dedicated to them. Not only because of their tenure, but because of how intertwined they are with the company itself. There's meaningful history there and a lot of money. Finally, we have to talk about everybody's favorite subject, content creation. Old school RuneScape has the best creators. Let's be...
I will say, dude, they're freaking top notch, okay? Like, they're good. Jacket, thanks for the prime, dude.
Be real, it's not even close. For a game of its size, the content creation is not proportionate. You have the community making new game modes, challenges, mini games, events, the list goes on.
I think it's also because the game is so sandboxy, so you can do all these cool challenges. It's like, it's literally the perfect game to like make your own content on, because it's just about that shit.
For every idea that someone comes up with, there are hundreds of videos and series that try it out, or even sometimes Jagex make it a real game mode. I don't want to say that we invented Group Iron Man, but everybody remembers the original GIMP series, okay? That happened before Group Iron Man came out, and then Group Iron Man came out. Content creation.
Okay. Will you allow the boys to teach you, or you wanting them to just not to say anything for TOA? I want to do the entry rate by myself.
Creation around old school RuneScape has no right being as big as it is, but the game allows for it. Old school RuneScape truly is an MMO sandbox. It gives content creators the freedom they need in order to flourish, and Jagex always helps as well. Well,
Jagex is really good at like communicating with content creators. I've streamed World of Warcraft for a very long time, and with Blizzard and stuff like that, and Jagex, they are really good at getting back to you and helping, and it is very, very impressive.
Most of the time, after you send them 60 emails and try and call them 15 times and go back and forth for years and years and years. They help, though. They do, I swear. Gildenor Games, Tile
There's
Man,
no streamer
Iron
client
Man,
chat.
Hardcore Iron Man, Leagues, Area Locked, Guideless, Combat Only, and a million other categories. And for each category, there are hundreds of videos and dozens of series to watch. Which, of course, brings us to all of the World of Warcraft content creators coming over. They've been absolutely blown away with how good old school RuneScape is, and almost all of them have stuck with it. And the ones that didn't, wait, were there any that didn't? Not only is it great that these World of Warcraft content creators have shown World of Warcraft players how great old school RuneScape is, it's also shown old players from old school RuneScape the joys of playing the game again for the first time. And
it's been fun. It's been really fun making content out of this game and playing it and getting into it, honestly. But also, I really think that the fact that like old school RuneScape is booming so much and doing so well, like content wise and player wise right now, it's also just good in general for MMOs, because competition breeds better products, right? Like if old school RuneScape starts doing really well and starts like taking a lot of people, and a lot of people are going over to it, that will incentivize, you know, classic WoW and other MMOs to also really try to push it, right? It's just a healthy thing. Like it's a healthy thing. I think that there's competition for games doing better, you know? Not always. I think in general, competition usually is really good, because it makes it so that it's less inclined to stagnate.
If the new players coming over are having this much fun with it, it's...
Am I the only one who doesn't like RuneScape and Guzu to get back to WoW? I mean, there's probably a lot of people that want me to get back to streaming WoW and stuff like that, but I there's not really anything I'm like super hyped about in WoW at the moment. I'm not super inclined to like go through Anniversary again and then like, you know, do TBC, because I did it a lot. I made like 7-8 characters, and I did so much stuff with it, right? I would be really hyped if there was to come any like Classic Plus stuff, like anything new that like I can experience, right? Because honestly, Seasonal Discovery, as much as people mock on it, oh god, guys, I watched god damn it. You know, I'm trying to like, you know, be a little bit in tune here with the youngins, but as much as people like make fun of like SOD and how it was, genuinely, Seasonal Discovery first 2-3 months was some of the most fun I've ever had playing an MMO. It really was.
A great sign. Jagex over the last 2 years have really fleshed out the mid game and made this sort of steady progression with the addition of things like Scorius, Perilous Moons, the 2 giant bosses. You guys know what they're called.
Royal Titans.
I've certainly killed them before. Yeah. The game is now inclined on a very steady slope that allows players to move from one piece of content to another.
People have been saying that RuneScape is like in a really golden age right now, like another golden age.
Very seamless.
Do I read fantasy at all? I do. I've actually been wanting to get into reading the Horus Heresy from Warhammer 40k, but I haven't really pulled the trigger on it yet.
Now, of course, we have to mention that a lot of this is thanks to Jimmy. Don't act like you don't know who he is. He's Jimmy's the guy that decided he was going to try out World of Warcraft for the first time as an old school RuneScape player.
Yeah, Jimmy's freaking sick.
He really married the old school RuneScape and WoW communities together. For a long time, the communities really scoffed at one another. But thankfully now we can all agree that OSRS is better, and they were all crazy to be playing World of Warcraft.
Okay. No, I still really love WoW, obviously. I think WoW is freaking awesome, but I've definitely realized that RuneScape is good, dude. It's a good game, and I get it now. I never got it before, but after playing it for like 90-something days now, it's a good game, man, and there's a lot of great content in it.
Begin with. The game is hitting record numbers almost every single weekend. All right, let's just forget about the fact that there was a bit of a botting problem about a month ago.
A bit of a problem, okay. Well, it's good too, it's just different. It's very different games. Like, WoW and RuneScape are very different, and that's fine, that's good.
They fixed it, okay? They fixed it. The bots are gone. They're not coming back.
It'll be fun, No Monkey. Thank you very much for the raid.
Coming back. The bots are probably coming back, but the player numbers, they've been skyrocketing. They've been going crazy. There's huge updates on the horizon. There's huge new content creators that are making their home in old school RuneScape. There's new content creators that are coming over every single day. Things are looking incredible. And if you've ever wondered, is it too late to start playing old school RuneScape? The answer is the perfect time to start playing old school RuneScape has and always will be right now.
Okay, I will just say though, okay, warning guys, you will feel like you are always wasting XP if you start this freaking game, man. Okay, I can't sit and relax on my computer without having to think about, oh, I could be mining right now. Oh, I'm currently losing XP while I'm doing this fun thing. I'm sitting on the couch watching a movie and I'm like, man, I could be fishing some Karamboans right now. Just a spoiler warning, guys. Just a little bit of a, not spoilers, just be aware of that. You will have a constant feeling of missing out in terms of XP, okay?
That's going to wrap it up for Why Old School.
I could always be crabbing. I could farm that crab for some strength XP right now. Ooh, I could be getting some ranged as well.
RuneScape is
fear of missing XP, yeah.
Going to become the biggest MMO in the world. Do you agree with me? Let me know down in the comments. I'm not going to read a single one of them, but
that's great.
You know, you can talk to yourself down there. Thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
Cool video.
Give this
fun
video
to talk about.
I'll catch you guys in the next video very soon.
It is quite impressive though to see how well RuneScape has been doing, and I feel like it's gotten so much attention with all the new. They've just been doing a good job releasing fun content as well, and so much new content creators, and everything has been so cool with RuneScape, and I'm definitely happy to kind of be a part of that wave of the hype. I think that's so awesome. But yeah, cool stuff. I'll link the video here, chat. Evescape, obviously. I'll link his channel. Check him out as well. Old school RuneScape.